The Toronto Raptors come away with the huge victory over the Sacramento Kings, 124-101, after getting a huge boost from their bench. We cover that and everything you need to know from the game in today's post-game show. Welcome everybody to the post-game show for this game. The Raptors with the big win over the Sacramento Kings, sweeping the season series against the lowly Sacramento Kings. And I wish we could play them more this season, but unfortunately we cannot. Come away with a 23-point victory. And like I said in the intro, a lot of what happened for the Raptors today was down to the bench contributing. The starters, they did their thing like normal. Every single player who started for the Raptors had at least 10 points in this one. All of them did so efficiently, some very efficiently, so it was great to see. But the big thing about this game was the bench chipping in. On Friday night against the New York Knicks, the Raptors scraped over the line for a win, but only had 10 bench points in that game. Today, things were very, very different. Let's take a look here at the box score while we get into this. So, looking at the bench, quick maths. Adam, edit this out, and then my answer is right after I say quick maths. 43 bench points. 43 bench points from the Toronto Raptors in this one, and obviously they got a lot of minutes because it was garbage time and all that, but they earned that garbage time. They had 19 bench points at half in this one, and again, just a 10 against the New York Knicks only a few days ago. And that is really what can make the biggest difference. The Raptors statistically have the worst bench in the NBA, and the truth is they just don't score enough. They create looks for themselves, like Mihailuk gets his looks, Watanabe gets his looks, but there is a lack of aggression and a lack of consistency in the shooting. So this was a good step in the right direction, albeit against the Sacramento Kings. Momentum and just seeing the ball go in the basket as a player is good mentally, psychologically to help you out in future games. So it was great for the bench to contribute like this. Hopefully we see more of that in the future. The bench averages like 23 points per game. We got to get that up to like 30. Got to get that up to NBA standard. And it takes a huge load off of the starting unit. And that's especially good when you've got a back-to-back. We play against the Brooklyn Nets tomorrow. So we got to rest up players. Van Vliet only plays 26 minutes. He is currently averaging the most minutes per game in the NBA. So to get him only for 26 was excellent. They all get at least 10. Siakam at a rough start, but finishes with 16 on efficient shooting, 8 rebounds and 4 assists. Chris Boucher was great again on offense. This one got the 3-ball working, 17 points, 7 for 10 from the field. Scottie Barnes, probably the player of the game here. 16 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 blocks. 5 blocks. Scottie Barnes was playing volleyball in this one. Was equal to the team lead in plus minus. Gary Trent, not his greatest game, but 10 points contributed, and some other guys bailed him out of this one. And the Raptors win this game despite some stats really not going their way. The free throw discrepancy was heavily in the favor of the Sacramento Kings, who had 21 attempts to our 10. They only hit 14 of them, but even so, that's a discrepancy that usually does cost the Raptors. Rebounding category, they led us in that one, but we always we typically do well in the turnover category. And we at 4-17, only commit 10. The Raptors shoot well in this game, 54 from the field, 35 from 3. That's absolutely great. Kings are down bad. They got a new coach. Not a great shooting night. Just not that great of a team, and it kind of is what it is. So, obviously, we don't want to freak out too much about a game against the Sacramento Kings, but like we kind of got to be happy. Coming into this game, the Kings only had one less win on the season than us, and obviously the West is a little bit lower tier than the Eastern Conference this season, but even so, the Raptors, you got to take what you can get, and this is one that we're absolutely going to take because it was a great performance all the way through. A great performance from everybody involved. Like, I don't think there was a single player who really didn't play well today. Like Gary Trent, maybe, but even still, he was 5 for 11 from the field and was contributing in other ways. He had 3 steals in the game. So you got to be content. You got to be content as a Raptors fan with watching this. And the biggest thing is those bench points. We have seriously been struggling to get those bench points this season. So to have a game where you've got 4 different bench players in double digits, that's 9 Raptors players in double digits. You got to be extremely, extremely happy about that. Malachi Flynn, in his 14 minutes, had 14.6 for 8 from the field, went bonkers. Bonkers in the fourth quarter. And he has been a guy who has really stricken for confidence. So to get a good game like this, hopefully that starts something. Lately, Banton's been getting the first half backup point guard minutes. Malachi Flynn gets the second half because neither of them have solidified themselves in that role in the last month or so. So it's up for grabs, and it's there for the taking for Flynn. It's there for the taking for Banton, who does need to start contributing a bit more on offense. But nothing negative to say here. I don't know if chat has anything negative to say as well, but I got nothing really negative to say here. Siakam started the game poor shooting-wise. Started attacking the rim. Chris Boucher airballed a shot 40 seconds into the game. Airballed a 3. Started attacking the rim. Got his confidence up. Knocked down a couple threes in this game. Going to the rim leads to good things. Settling for mid-range shots is not always a good recipe for success, especially when you miss a couple. Last game, Siakam missed a couple mid-range shots early on and kept shooting and shooting and shooting. They weren't working today. Started the game out like that, missed a couple threes, missed a couple jump shots. 1 for 5 from the field. Sat down, regrouped, started attacking the rim. Siakam is so talented at getting to the rim, forced the other team to make a tough play on you at the rim rather than settle for a shot constantly. Once he got his confidence back up, started shooting a bit more. They weren't falling for him in this game either, but ends the game with a pretty respectable stat line. So that's it from me. I don't have really much else to say. A shorter post-game show, but it was a very clean performance from the Raptors, and there's not much really that I need to comment on in this one. Great individual performances, no real outstanding player. Everybody chipped in and everybody did their job today. So that was great to see as a Raptors fan. It was just the Sacramento Kings, but you can only beat what is in front of you. The Raptors did their job. They played extremely well. Back to 13 and 14, back to one game under 500, 13 and 14. Brooklyn Nets tomorrow night. That's going to be a very tough game, a very, very tough game. But come out, play like this. Maybe you can sneak something out. Regardless, I'm happy with this game, and I'll accept whatever comes tomorrow against the Brooklyn Nets. So thank you so much for joining me for this post-game show. Remember, if you did enjoy, to subscribe to this channel. We do a post-game show for every single stream, an immediate post-game show. If you want some Raptors content right after the game, make sure you're subbed to the channel. Let's get to 500 subs on this channel, and let's get to 50 likes in this video. If you did enjoy, drop a like. The least you can do for the good content. It's free to give a like, and it helps us reach some new viewers who also want to see post-game shows just like this.